So you're playing Grand Summoners and you saw this unit who you just really like. You have a unit you absolutely love. So you decided to, you know what? I'm going to give this unit all my luck. I'm going to make this unit 100 luck, 200 luck, 300 luck, whatever you want. But then you find out you don't have that much luck gems. So you've been spending about 20 luck gems on this unit to give them 30 luck. You've been spending 10 luck gems on this unit and so on. But this unit, whoever unit that may be, you want to make that unit at least 100 luck or more. But you don't have the luck gems. So where do you get them? That is what this video is going to be about. If you are not aware, the best place to farm luck gems is one of these two places. So either you go to events in under exploring, you go all the way down, and then training. Once you're on the training, you press cross battle. Then give me 1 second. I'm just gonna put the actual party on that used to be there. And then you have this. So as you can see, I have an Okaroon and units that are kind of useless. So what is the point of this? This is luck farming. What does luck farming do? It basically gives you luck gems. How? Let me show you. So for example, I have Berwick here. Berwick is currently, if you click on the compendium, under 462 runs. In case you are not aware, once you hit 2000 runs with any unit, if they are awoken or higher rarity, if you scroll all the way down, you will see that after completing 2000 runs or 2000 quests, you will get a luck gem. This applies for every single unit in the game that is awoken or higher rarity, so 5-star or whatever you want to call it. Basically not 4 stars. So this is one way to farm luck gems. In fact, this is the only way to farm luck gems. You have other sources of getting luck gems, but this is the only way to farm luck gems. And along the way, you get rainbow gems, crystals, Alch stones, and no, that's it. Just those 4. So this is amazing. This farming luck gems is not just farming luck gems. It is also farming rainbow gems and crystals and a little bit of Alchs. So this might be one of the most useful thing to do in Grand Summoners. However, 2000 runs is a lot. So how do you farm luck gems and all these other resources in the quickest and most efficient way possible? Now, like I just said, under exploring and then cross battle, this is, in my opinion, depending on your units, the best way to farm luck gems. 100%. There is also another stage that you can do. So if you go under exploring again, if you go to side story, if you go scroll all the way down again under I think it is Knights of Blood part 1. I mean, like whatever it's called. No, it's not this one actually. I genuinely forgot. Is it the first one? It might be the first. Oh no, it's the last one. It's the last one. Sorry. It's part 2 of the Crimson Queen. My bad. It's this one. And if you scroll all the way down, and then this Night Stroll. This is the quickest stage. There is no stage quicker than this one. I'm going to show you why. So I'm just quickly going to go in this stage for you and show you why this is the quickest stage. As you can see here, there's 3 enemies. What you have to do is you have to press and equip, and they all die. That's it. Stage completed. That's literally it. It took 0.65 seconds to clear the stage. And there you go. Now you have 3 whole units, one run up. So they have all 3 of those units have 1 more run. Because you gotta have, I mean, okay, in this case, I could remove Okaroon because all you need is an equip. But if we go here to cross battle, as you can see here, if I were to do 1 run here, in fact, I'm just gonna show you. So now we're doing cross battle, and I'm going to clear the stage. This stage will not take 0.65 seconds. However, I'm just going to show you real quick. I'm going to super arts, Okaroon doing Okaroon things, and the boss is dead. Takes about 5 seconds, give or take. So now you can see that I have done Okaroon with these 3 units. But if you look carefully, there were 4 more units in the back. So as you can see, all these 4 units have now 1 run, plus 1 run, whatever you want to call it. However, these 4 units also have plus 1 run. So that is 7 units that have now 1 more run. And that is 7 units that are now getting closer to those 2000 runs. So because in cross battle you need to use 2 teams, and Okun or any nuker can just one shot the boss. So if you have a nuker, I highly recommend you do cross battle. If you don't have a nuker, I recommend you do that stage that I just showed you. That just literally takes 1 equip to kill the boss. So this is the way to farm luck gems, because it's quick, it's efficient, and it's super useful. However, what I do is, once I have reached 2000 runs with a certain unit, I do something specifically. You do not have to do this, but I do this because it's just the best way in my opinion. So let's say I've been farming with Berwick. I don't know why I'm using him as an example because I don't like him, but let's say I've been farming with Berwick and he has now 2000 runs. What I do is I will go to units, I will go to crest fragments, and I'll go all the way down to look at a crest fragment that's just useless, like for example dark resistance. I will equip it, and I will equip it to Berwick. Where is he? Where's that guy? Right here. So then I will confirm and I will give it to him. Why do I do that? I'm going to explain to you. As you can see here, all except the ascended units, all these units have a 4 crest, level 4 crest. And Gerald, because he has level 4 plus, but I actually use it. So all these units that I obviously do not use. So if you're aware about the game, you can just tell some of these units are useless and I don't use them. But they have a level 4 crest. Because to me, the units that have a level 4 crest have completed 2000 runs. So that I can tell myself, alright, the next unit I need to farm to get 2000 runs is Ifrit, or Berwick, or Azel, or any of those other units. Because I want to remember which units I have done 2000 runs on, so that I don't take years finding out which unit is next. And I also go accordingly to the elements. So I'm doing fire now. Once all those fire units have 2000 runs, I will go to water. And once all those water units have a level 4 crest and done 2000 runs, I will go to earth, and so on and so on. This is my way of farming luck gems. And I personally believe that this is the most efficient way to farm it, because you know who has been, who you have been doing 2000 runs with. And I will just say quickly, I do not do this with ascended units unless I don't use the ascended units, such as Berwick, Azel, and all these, and whatever her name is, his name is Versard or whatever. Because for example, I'm not gonna do this with Summon Miyu. I'm not gonna do this with Rin. I mean, technically I could have done it with Rin, but if there's a unit, ascended unit, or not even ascended, if there's a unit I use and I know I will use them, then I will just leave them as it is and not give them a 4 crest, because I know that I will farm with that unit anyways. But if I don't, like all these other awoken units here, then I'll just give them the crest. I just 2000 runs and boom, that's it. Go to the next person. Because that, in my opinion, is the most efficient way. So anyway, so now you've done that. You've done 2000 runs with a unit and you're happy. You got one unit that has 2000 runs, you have a luck gem, so now you go to the next. And this is basically my way of farming luck gems. You farm, okay, but like I just said before, depends on the units that you own, but you farm cross battle, have 1 nuker in the team, and you have 7 other units in the team that you farm for. Also, by the way, just quickly want to say, if in case you're confused, she has a level 4 crest because I put it on her before I came up with this idea. Because look, she doesn't have 2000 runs. But just quickly want to say, in case you get confused, she has a crest because I gave her a crest before I came up with this. So anyway, so you farm this, you put just on auto battle, just whatever, 100 runs if you have the pass, 50 runs if you don't, and just keep doing it. If you're busy doing stuff like, I don't know, let's say you playing another game and you just want to leave Ground Summoner's farm in the background, do this. Farm luck gems. It costs 1 energy. It costs 1 energy, and you're giving 7 units increase. I don't know what you want to call it. You're giving 7. You're making 7 units get closer to those 2000 runs. Because for example, the only unit that won't benefit from this is your nuker. Because I don't even know how many runs. Okay, so anyways, you get the point. You get the point, guys. You get the I did not see that coming. Anyway, so you get the points. this is the best way to farm luck gems. So yeah, just to quickly go over sometimes I genuinely wonder how I can speak so fast and just not stutter. Anyway, so just to quickly go over it again. Farm cross battle and make sure that you have only one nuker so that the other 7 units are actually benefiting from you doing the stage. And then once you have done the 7 units, make sure to put a crest on them so that you are aware that they have done 2,000 runs. And then you just go to the next and so on until you either don't want to farm for luck gems anymore because you have whoever unit you wanted at whatever luck you wanted, or until you're just bored. I don't know, just keep in my opinion, just keep doing it even if you have no unit to give luck to, because it's always nice to have that luck in the background once you do need it. Anyway, that's going to be all for this video, and I really hope it helped. It's a very useful and very efficient way to farm luck gems, and you get so much rewards as you are getting the luck gems too. So yeah, make sure to do this, guys. It's super useful. Alright, well, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope that it helped, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.